Joe Biden hitting back at President Trump over attacks on his mental fitness. Watch this.
Look, I think it's a legitimate question to ask anybody over 70 years old whether or not they're fit and whether they're ready. But the only thing I can say to the American people, it's a legitimate question to ask anybody. Watch me.
Let's bring in Fox News politics editor Chris Stirewalt. So what did you think of that moment when he fired right back about age?
The horse whisper is a little creepy, but I think he had the right idea, which is I'm doing a good job. He got good reviews. He did a good job in his convention speech and all that stuff. You know, the truth for the Republicans, the truth for President Trump, they don't want an election that's based on the question of which human, which person would you rather be president? Joe Biden is better liked. Joe Biden scores better on that front. That's why the Republicans are trying to move it to policies, not personalities, not people. And I think that's a big part of their job this week.
I want to ask you about Jeff Flake now joining 24 former GOPers to launch Republicans for Biden. Obviously, this is happening as the convention begins. Here is the FoxNews.com headline. Jeff Flake joins over 24 former GOP members of Congress to launch Republicans for Biden. This is from that story, citing a Biden campaign official. I'll read it to you. These former members of Congress are supporting Joe Biden because they know what's at stake in this election and that Trump's failures as president have superseded partisanship. What do you think, Chris?
You know, poor Jeff Flake. I mean, this guy has had this long, incredibly anguishing journey out of the Republican Party, starting while he was in the Senate. It's been, you know, his misery has been not only evident, but he's gone to great pains to let the world know all about it. I don't think anybody is going to change their vote for president based on what Jeff Flake said, or John Kasich, or any of the dissident Republicans who have come out. But that doesn't mean that Republicans should ignore what's happening here. This week, the Republicans have to demonstrate that they are a party that includes these kinds of folks, suburban Republicans, traditional small government, conservative Republicans who do respond on messages like taxes and courts and other traditional bread and butter Republican issues. They've got to show that they're more than just a person, but that they're a party. We've got to hear loudly from those other traditional Republicans that there's more to the party than Trump if they want to keep those voters attached.
You know, Chris, you and I usually get to spend some time together during election years with these conventions. Not the case, but we are remotely